what is your actual thoughts on Loki and Elbaf? What is your thoughts on Loki and Elbaf? I want to hear actually what do you think, because you have had some good takes in the past.
I ain't gonna lie. Loki, he's goated. Yo, I watched your Loki video, and what you said, like, just blew my mind. When you said that Loki is he's a character type of like Odin, or like, all the hype characters that we've seen in the past, but now we're seeing them in the present. When you put it like that in the video, I was like, yo, Loki is actually like, that makes so much sense, because I loved Odin. When we see Odin's past, I remember watching that the anime, and I was like, yo, this guy's low-key my favorite. But Loki, he's on a whole nother level of hype. Like, this man is basically chained up. He's handicapped, and yet he's still getting so much hype. We see he was taking the Holy Knights hits. Like, Loki, he's definitely built different. I definitely do think he's Luffy level. I think he's goated. I think he's good. And the fact that he might actually be the good guy and everybody else might actually be evil, like King Harold and all that, I think that just sets up for an amazing plot twist. So Loki, he definitely has potential to be like better than Odin in a sense. So I'm definitely excited to see Loki, and he has so much to do with the plot. What's going to happen when he's actually like free? Like, is he actually just going to be a savage? Like, I don't know. Loki, he's one of the first characters where it's just like, dang, like, I don't know what to expect from him, because he could end up being an ally, he could be an enemy, or he could go rogue and do his own thing. So shout out to Oda for still keeping the mystery of in the series of One Piece, because it's been going on for so long, and yet he still got me ready. Like, Oda's still ready to break my ankles. So that's one reason why I still enjoy One Piece.
Honestly, that's the reason why Loki has like, I'll be honest with you, One Piece fans love Loki. I've never seen One Piece fans love a character as much as Loki, and I think that's because we're like 1,100 chapters into the series, and we already have our favorite characters. We already have Shanks, Blackbeard, Kaido, Dragon, Akainu. I don't care who you want to say, name them, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji. I don't care who your favorite character is. We've been seeing them for so many chapters. So for Oda to drop randomly a new character in Elbaf that is incredibly powerful. Let's be honest here, Loki's probably Yonko level. Let's just keep it real. We're not gonna bullshit with that. He's incredibly powerful.
Facts.
We haven't seen his legendary Delph fruit. His only loss is to Shanks, and we saw Shanks' haki in the last arc in Naked Island, so we already know that guy's a monster. So Loki has a lot of hype to him, if I'm being honest. He's huge, the size of Oz. No Homo sapien. He's the size of Oz, so that's insane as well. So Loki is a crazy character. And also, I liked how you mentioned how we don't know where he stands, because it looks like he's a good guy, honestly. Right now, it looks like Loki is a good guy, and that's a cool element to it. And then it leads to that question of, is Loki stronger than Luffy? Because people are not asking that question. People are like just saying, yo, Luffy's stronger than him off the bat, because ever since he beat Kaido, everyone's just giving Luffy like get out of jail free card. He's just the strongest character in the series. And no. After Luffy fought Kizaru,
they gotta chill.
Kizaru sneaked him a Big Mac Jr. or whatever you want to call whatever sandwich he that wasn't cool, guys. So now we're looking at Luffy with a bombastic side eye, and then after now we're looking at Elbaf. We got Zoro and Sanji there in front of Loki too. It's the monster trio right there. If the monster trio get their ass whooped by Loki, that is gonna change power scaling like how we know it. That's not gonna happen, obviously, because Luffy, Zoro, Sanji are so strong. But just seeing Loki versus the monster trio, that's gonna be insane. It's only gonna make Loki look better, if I'm being honest. And that might be Oda's way of getting out of Loki versus Luffy. Regardless of what path Oda goes with it, I think Loki is a contender for Luffy. Like, you can't say Luffy is 100% stronger than Loki yet. You have to see him fight. You have to give him a chance. Luffy's hype, guys. Yes, he's Yonko level, but Loki, there's a lot of promise there, if I'm being honest. Even Scopper Gabon was hyping him up. So
just like Al Dizoni said, Luffy couldn't beat Kaido by himself. Me personally, I got Luffy equal or lesser to Kaido. Gear 5, his biggest drawback is his stamina. So, like, you have to take that into account when you talk about actual fighting. Now, if we're talking just unlimited power, then yeah, Luffy Gear 5 would be the strongest. But since he does have that stamina issues, we can't put him above Kaido realistically. We could put him equal to, that's the highest he can go, because we already know it wasn't a straight up one-on-one. And yeah, Kaido, he did get a little bit of help too, but man, Luffy versus Kaido one-on-one, it's not looking too good for Luffy.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you
unless
right now,
his Gear 5 can take out Kaido quickly.
Bro. I'm telling you right now. Right now, I don't have Luffy above Kaido. This might get a lot of fans angry at me, but low, bro. Kaido fought the entire Wano arc, bro. This guy is so strong when it comes to stamina. And Luffy
Yo,
gear 50,
facts.
he's gonna need some food from Kizaru. That proved right there that Luffy's not stronger than Kaido. Now, Luffy in Gear 5, in my opinion, is stronger than Kaido if he can keep the stamina. If he can keep Gear 5 for a long period of time, then he's stronger than Kaido. Nika is stronger than Kaido. Luffy has Kongasaki Coding. Yes, Future Sight. He has Advanced Armor Haki. Yes, he's incredibly powerful. But that stamina issue, you got to put Kaido above him. That's my take. And honestly, I don't want to rant too hard because, yes, we can do this. Bro, me and Rick could do this for like a good 20, 30 minutes. But I want to ask, this is a Q&A. I want to let you guys ask you guys questions. So the first question is from Flower Fog. What do you think Loki's Delph fruit actually is? I'm going to let you answer that first, Reek.
That's actually a hard question. I'm going to be honest. I don't know, because I've seen a lot of people say he could have a Cerberus, but honestly, what if he has like some type of crazy Logia? Like, I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know what his ability would be. I would have to do more research myself to look it up, but
well,
I don't know,
right
man.
now,
it's just
right now we've seen Figureland Shamrock. His sword has the Cerberus Delph fruit, so it's probably not
my
that
goat. Yo.
So it's probably not that. And then honestly, the way they're talking about Loki, I think it has to be a mythical zone because they said it's a legendary Delph fruit. So I'm not thinking Logia right now. And what Logia, like every Logia has been kind of shown so far. Like what other Logia we have to see except the Wind Logia that we think Dragon has, probably, maybe, who knows. But yeah, if I want to answer the question, what do I think Loki's Delph fruit is? Honestly, I think it might be the Serpent Delph fruit that we saw in the ancient text. Still, I don't know if you remember that, Reek, in the ancient text, the Harley text. Where
yeah, I remember.
The Serpent of the first world, the Serpent and Emu, and of course Nika, all from the first world and before the Void Century even existed. And then you see the mural, you see that ancient giant has that same design as the serpent. So I'm thinking maybe Oda-chan tells that Loki has the Serpent Delph, and maybe that's why the Holy Knights wanted to join and become a Celestial Dragon. Maybe King Harold also wanted to eat that fruit. I'm not too sure, but I think Loki, if he has the serpent fruit, will be crazy. Now, some people are saying evil Nika. I'm not a fan of evil Nika. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Nika, but I get it. I see why they're saying it, because he said he's the sun god. So of course people are gonna think, oh, maybe he has Luffy's Delph fruit too. Now, I honestly think Loki's already strong. Loki, without his strongest Delph fruit, is already strong. He brought lightning to the Atom Tree. Knows Elbaf's weakness. He still has Sea Prism Stone on his leg. He's already strong. But I think that legendary Delph fruit is gonna really tip the scale of us actually saying Loki is a monster. So that's how I'm gonna answer your question of what Loki's Delph fruit is. So let's move on to the next question.
Loki, hold on. Loki, not Loki, not Loki, but Loki. I think that Loki might have a dragon Delph fruit. We know that Kaido had a mythical fish Delph fruit, and his dragon did look weird. Like it was kind of like slithery. What if he has like a straight up dragon, like one with actual wings and like an actual dragon, like the one that we seen? I'm forgetting. Was it Thriller Bark that we seen? I don't know, but like an actual like dragon, like a typical dragon Delph fruit. What are your thoughts on that?
There's definitely a big possibility, because in the mural we do see that cool dragon hanging from the top of the mural, and we do see a dragon being shown in the last chapter. We see a dragon from the Kids' Nightmares of Elbaf. I think the dragon is called Nidhogger or something like that. It's like an ancient Norse mythology dragon that has like wind powers and everything. So there is, you do have a good point when it comes to Loki maybe having a dragon Delph fruit. It would give us Kaido vibes too as well, like as Kaido had the Azure dragon, that mythical zone dragon. But right now I'm leaning towards that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with that serpent. That serpent looks scary, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, but just because of the lore it has right now. So I'm a fan of the serpent. So yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next question.
True.
The next question is, this is a really interesting question. I want to hear your thoughts on it, but I'll answer this one first. Is Gunko a revolutionary army? Now, I know why you guys are asking this question. Actually, let me actually look at who asked that question. Actually, okay, yeah, Flower Fog asked that question again. Yo, Flower Fog is beating you guys to the questions, guys. You guys need to be on this guy's level of questions if you guys want to be in the video, guys, because they're going to be clipped up. We're going to put this in the video, guys. But yeah, Flower Fog asked this question. Is Gunko a revolutionary army? And I know why you're asking this question. That's because Gunko doesn't really have a celestial dragon like first name, like Saint. There's not really a Saint something Gunko. So a lot of people are like, yo, is Gunko even a true celestial dragon? And then she has the same design as like Koala, Sabo, like that whole hat goggle design that Revolutionary Armies all have. So people think she could be a spy. The fact that she said recently her biggest fear is Nika, Luffy's Delphood, was also kind of weird too. I don't know. I'm giving a lot of off vibes, and then the arrow powers that kind of reminds me of Imu. Like Gunko could be a revolutionary army, but I think there's more precedence to Gunko actually being a not a Willa D member, but maybe having ties to Joy Boy. How do you know about Nika so much? Maybe there's something to do with the Void Sentry. Imagine Gunko was there during the Void Sentry, sent by what's her face? What's her name? Toki with the time Delphu, maybe, I don't know. So there's a lot of cool things that Oda can do with Gunko.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of cool things, but is Gunko revolutionary? Right now, it looks like there's a good chance that Gunko could be working for Monkey D. Dragon. The fact that Monkey D. Dragon knows about the Holy Knights, and he said, I'm going to fight when the Holy Knights are immobilized, and then we see Gunko, that could be insane. We need Monkey D. Dragon to have a cool moment, so him having a spy, that would be a cool moment. But that guy is lazy, bro. That guy got to get off his ass. I'm just joking. He's not lazy, but still, we got to see Dragon's powers. We got to see him fight. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Gunko being revolutionary. I want to hear your guys. I want to hear Reek. I want to hear your thoughts on Gunko being a revolutionary. What are your thoughts on that? Like, what do you think? Yes or no?
I've never really thought about it, but she has a character design that could be a revolutionary, and it would be dope. But I don't think that having a person, I don't know, it would be a huge plot twist if she was one. But I don't know if having one of the first person introduced alongside with Fig Leg Garlic being revolutionary, if that would be like, I don't know. I just don't think that Oda would do that. Not saying it would be bad, but I think that the way how she's been acting and all that stuff, I think that she definitely is a full-on celestial drag or celestial drag law and evil, especially the way how like her demeanor is. Unless she's the best actor, give her an Oscar, but I don't know, man. I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay, that's a good answer. That's definitely a good answer. The next question here is by Mr. 9. Mr. 9 says Shanks can cancel abilities, so he may have fought Loki without his Devil Fruit. So I'm gonna give my thoughts on this. I know Shanks can cancel out abilities, but he can't cancel out Devil abilities. He doesn't have the Yami Yami no Mi. He has Observation Killer. That's what he is. He can kill your Future Sight or Observation Haki. That's how strong his Haki is. But Shanks is a Haki guy. He's not a Devil guy. So I don't think Shanks did anything to cancel out Loki's ability. I think Shanks' Haki is so strong that he doesn't get affected by Loki's abilities. Maybe that could be the case, because we saw Law do that against Blackbeard. Like when he got, Doc Q made him a woman, and then he used incredible Haki to stop that. Law commented on Big Mom and Kaido not being able to separate them because their Haki was too strong. So we know Haki does correlate with Devil Fruits, but I don't think that Shanks stopped Loki from using his Delph. I don't know. What are your thoughts on the whole Shanks? Actually, let me ask you this, yo, Reek. What are your thoughts on Shanks versus Loki? I want to hear your thoughts on that, because it's a pretty interesting concept right there. It happened 6 years ago. It made Shanks a Yonko. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, that's what made him a Yonko?
That's what we're theorizing. It's not been confirmed, but he became a Yonko 6 years ago, and he defeated Loki 6 years ago, and Loki went out to sea going crazy. So we all just guessed that he is became a Yonko because he defeated Loki. And Loki has a bounty that's like Yonko level. It's like 2.6 billion berries. So that's why we assume that Loki, the loss, made Shanks a Yonko. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on
Loki versus Shanks? Yeah. Honestly, has it been confirmed that it's Shanks?
It's been confirmed that it's Shanks many times. Even Loki has a grudge against Shanks too as well. So
like a straight up one-on-one, like no.
We haven't seen those details yet, but we just know that Shanks beat him. That's all we know, and we know that all of Elbaf. We know that all of Elbaf couldn't beat him. He beat his father, who was incredibly strong. He beat Ja Rule. He put a sword in Ja Rule. He beat all the giants on Elbaf. He's bigger than all the giants on Elbaf. So Loki has a lot of hype, but that Shanks was the one to stop him, though.
Okay, so I think that Shanks versus Loki, this is going to be a battle where we finally get to see some of Shanks' abilities, because he showed us, didn't he use Divine Departure on Kid?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he showed us like what he can do, but that wasn't really his move. That was Roger's move. So I think that once we see Shanks versus Loki, we'll finally be able to see like how Shanks actually fights, because while I do think that Shanks didn't have to go all out, I definitely don't think that he defeated him easily. Kind of like how Luffy with Lucci. I think that's how the fight went. 'Cause I think Shanks is still incredibly strong. I still think that Shanks is above Loki because he was able to beat him and keep him chained up like that. And Shanks, this is all him with one arm. So I think that Shanks, he probably did it mid diff. And I think that once we finally see that, we'll be able to see like what his go-to attacks are, because I think he just threw out the divine departure just to flex it. You know, I think that was fan service a bit for us, just to show us that Shanks is low-key Pirate King level. So I definitely do think that Shanks and Loki, it ain't gonna look too good for Loki, because right now a lot of people, they say that like a lot of people are on the Loki hype, but once we see the Shanks and Loki fight, then they're going to be on the Shanks hype, because obviously Shanks did stop him. And at first I was thinking maybe his crew might have helped him, but after I think about it, I think Shanks definitely will want to solo him one-on-one, because Shanks, he's different. He's just built different. His whole family's built different. I don't know if you want to talk about his brother, but his brother, that man, that's my new goat. I'm not gonna lie. Figland Garland, he's golden. He's already Gionko level. That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying about him. He's my new favorite character.
Well, I'll tell you, Reek, bro. I already knew you're gonna be a fan of Shanks' brother because you're a fan of Shanks' other brother, Gildarts, just off your profile picture. So so I already knew you would be a fan of Figure Shamrock. That was something I already knew, bro. But let me just tell you guys this. Even his father, Garland, became a Gorosei. That was hyped too as well, bro. So he made a legacy on God Valley. So I'm telling you guys right now, the Shanks family is legit. We got to keep it real. And that's my thoughts on that. But the new question that's being asked is by Al D. Zoni. This guy's a GOAT in the chat, guys. I got to respect it. But he asked the question of, does Jinbe have advanced Conqueror's haki, or pretty much advanced Conqueror's coding? Does Jinbe have this? And I'm going to give this straight answer. No. Jinbe does not have advanced Conqueror's haki.
Yeah, I was going to say, nah.
I would have never showed it. I know people are looking at the Jinbe versus Who's Who fight where he has the black lightning streak when he's pretty much laying down the hammer on Who's Who, but I'm gonna tell you guys right now, Jinbe is incredibly powerful. He has incredible strong armor haki. That's all it is. He blocked Big Mom's attack on Whole Cake Island. Yo, this guy has insane armor haki. He fought Ace for 5 days. He blocked Akaino's magma. Like, what more do you want from me? Like, what more do you want me to say? Jinbe is a go, guys. So that's all there is to it. But he doesn't have Kankasaki coding. It would have been said. He comments on haki a lot. He commented on Shanks' haki. He commented on Mars, the Gorosei's haki. Yeah, that's cool and all, but Jinbe does not have advanced Conqueror's haki. I don't even think Riku even has to answer this question because I feel like you already know the answer. Oh, okay, this is a really good question right here. I think I'll let you answer this one. Is current Sabo stronger than Ace?
Of course he is. What type of question? Ace would get swamped. He would get mollywopped by Imu. Of course, Sabo, he didn't do anything too crazy, but he at least held his own. I believe he blocked an attack, but yeah, Sabo right now, it's not even close. And that's mainly because he lived longer. Now, if Ace would have lived as long as Sabo and basically, you know, got to advance his powers and actually improve, then maybe like current Sabo versus a current Ace who trained, I don't know. But if we're talking about the last Ace that we've seen versus current Sabo, it's not even close. He just gets power scaled, like story scaled out of the way. Because, like, come on now, Sabo, if he wasn't stronger than a Marineford Ace, Sabo will be the biggest fraud of all time. Can't lie.
Yeah, that is true. And the thing is, Sabo, when he didn't even have Ace's Delphi, was stronger than Ace. Yo, his armor haki, he had advanced armor haki during Dressrosa, guys. And he fought an Admiral during Dressrosa with Ace's Delphi, and he's been training Ace's Delphi as well. His haki's pretty top tier. His Delphi's pretty top tier. Honestly, Sabo, he's stronger than Ace because he lived longer. That's all it is. If Ace lived longer, if Ace was there post time skip, he would be stronger than Sabo. I'm telling you guys right now. But that's not the case. And also, Sabo got trained by Monkey D. Dragon, yo, a monster. Like,
yeah, like he's built different, yo.
When Ace joined Whitebeard was an old man. But when Sabo joined Dragon, he was in his prime, and he was training him in the Dragon Claw techniques and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's not even fair, honestly. It's not even fair. But, yeah, there's another question by Al D. Zoni. He asked, what do you think? Who's stronger, Greenbull or Fujitora? What do you think, Reek? Who's stronger, Greenbull, Fujitora, the new admirals from the time skip?
Honestly, I would have to say Fujitora, because if you think about it, there's a good chance that Fujitora and Greenbull, they were both Marines at the same time. And the fact that Fujitora got called up before him definitely does go to show you that this man is built differently. And while we didn't see Fujitora get scared, this man Greenbull got shook when he seen Shanks. No other admiral was built like that. Now I get it. Greenbull's more of a jokey character, so it could have been just like him just being honest and being like, "Nah, I'm not trying to throw hands with Shanks." Whereas any other admiral, they would go up against him because they'll be like, "Yo, this is my duty. I gotta stand against him." But Greenbull, I don't think he's stronger than Fujitora, mainly because Fujitora was called up before him, and we still haven't even seen Fujitora or him go all out. This man was bringing down meteors for fun. He's counting up money for fun, bringing down meteors for fun. So Fujitora, I still got him. I still think he's going to show some crazy stuff.
And I'm gonna keep it real. Fujitora is stronger to me because he has a supreme great sword. He's a top tier swordsman. He has an OP Dove Fruit. He's an admiral. Yes, Greenbull has all that, but the thing is, Fujitora never got scared from Shanks, with Shanks not being on that island. Yes, I give Greenbull some credit, yo. He did take out Weevil. He did take out King and Queen, even though they were kind of weakened, so it's not really that big of a deal. And Greenbull is strong, but if you force me to choose, I'm choosing the guy with insane observation haki that he became an admiral while he can't even see. That's how strong Fujitora is, guys. Fujitora talked shit to Kaido multiple times. Like, I'm telling you guys right now, Fujitora has way more ore than Greenbull right now currently. Until Greenbull shows us something. But I'll tell you guys right now, I think that Greenbull will come to Elbaf and will show some crazy stuff. His Dove Fruit is pretty crazy. The whole like forest thing, that's insane.
Yeah,
a lot of you. He can do some insane stuff with that. But right now, I'm with Reek, bro. Fujitora is stronger than Greenbull currently in the story. I have to give it to him, bro. It's just how it is, bro.
Greenbull's not a scrub though.